I counted backward from 10, felt the needle slide in, and then nothing changed. My eyes closed, my body went limp, but I never actually went under. I was still there, fully conscious, completely paralyzed. Anesthesia awareness, they call it. A 1 in 1,000 chance where your mind stays awake while your body becomes a locked box you can't escape from. I tried to scream. Nothing happened. Tried to open my eyes, move a finger, anything. Nothing. But I could hear everything, feel everything. The cold air, the drape settling over me, instruments linking on a metal tray. He's out, the surgeon said. Let's begin. Routine appendectomy. In and out in 45 minutes. Then the nurse asked something that stopped my heart in every way except literally. Did you talk to the wife yesterday? She's fully on board. My wife, Sasha. How much is the policy worth again? 2 million. Double for accidental death during a medical procedure. They were planning to kill me on that table, and my wife was in on it. They discussed their cut, 60% each. 1.2 million split between them, laughing about how my family was rich enough that no one would miss me, how Sasha would walk away with the house, the cars, everything. Then they worked out the method. Increase the anesthesia, let my heart stop, attempt resuscitation, fail on purpose, then falsify the chart to show a pre-existing cardiac condition nobody caught. A clean, textbook cover-up. The monitor picked up my racing heart. He's stressed, probably dreaming, the nurse said. Increase the sedative. That would have been the dose that actually killed me. I focused everything I had left on my hand, willing it to move. Nothing. Then, finally, the faintest switch. The anesthesiologist noticed. I pushed harder and my whole hand lifted off the table. What the hell? He's waking up. That's not possible. I gave him enough to. I opened my eye. The surgeon stood frozen above me, syringe still in hand. I still couldn't speak, but I could move my arm enough to point at the ceiling camera in the corner, the one wired to the hospital's cloud server for liability purposes, the one they'd completely forgotten about. I mouthed one word. Recorded. His face went white. The door burst open seconds later. Security, 2 officers, and a hospital administrator. They'd been monitoring the surgical feed remotely and heard every word. The insurance payout, the murder plan, Sasha's name. Both the surgeon and the nurse were cuffed right there in the OR. The nurse broke down crying, insisting it had all been the surgeon's idea. They wheeled me to recovery under a different medical team, people I could actually trust. My voice came back about an hour later. The first thing I asked was where my wife was. They found her in the waiting room, playing the devastated spouse, dabbing at fake tears, and arrested her in front of everyone. As they walked her past my room, she looked at me completely confused, like she couldn't understand how I was still alive. I just smiled. 2 months later, I testified at all 3 trials. The anesthesiologist confirmed the rare paralysis reaction, the 1 in 1,000 chance that, impossibly, ended up saving my life. The surgeon was sentenced to 25 years, the nurse to 15, and Sasha to 20. But nothing compared to watching her face in that courtroom when the prosecutor played the surgical audio back for the jury, and she realized the husband she tried to have killed had heard every single word, including the part where she called him boring in bed and worth far more to her dead than alive. Like and subscribe for more stories like these.